Welcome to Spitbucket. We're here with Rob
Ken
from Lillypilly Estate. And it is freezing. An hour ago we had beautiful sunshine and it was t-shirt weather, and I didn't realise out here changed so quickly.
Oh, it's free. It's a typical winter weather. Once the sun's covered up, we can have beautiful, winter days with the sun out. Those frosty mornings followed by this, but once the sun goes away with a few clouds, it's freezing.
Don't forget to mention the wind.
And windy.
Anyway, we're not here for the weather.
No.
We're here to have a look at some of your wines.
Thanks, Ken.
Well, first of all, tell us a tiny bit about Lillypilly.
Well, Lillypilly is a family winery. We've been going for 30 years now. My father planted the vineyard nearly 40 years ago with the intention of building the winery, and we're a boutique family winery in the Riverina. So we specialise in Botrytis dessert wines.
Yep.
And but we make a range of dry reds and whites, as well as a few fortifieds.
You have got quite a range of the Botrytis styles and sweeter styles, and you've been putting them under screw cap since '02, and other wines since '95. That's
right. We've been trying to use the Stelvin cap right back in 1995, and we actually were importing bottles from overseas, and we were looking for a half bottle for our Botrytis wine, and we managed to get one made in France, and we imported it and put our 2002 Noble blend in that first bottling with this Stelvin cap, and it really has helped the wine a lot. Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it tastes okay.
We'll
see what happens.
Yeah. Now, should we start with this fella? Is that, or which way do you
I
want
think
to do?
we will start with the Tramillon.
Yep.
The Tramillon is actually our own creation of Traminer and Semillon. And in 1982, we made our first vintage. We entered it into the Sydney Royal Easter Show, see what would happen, and we won a trophy and gold medal for the best New South Wales white wine. That put us on the map a bit, and we decided then to register the name. Yep. So no one else can actually call the wine Tramillon, but they can make the blend if they want. But it's been one of our mainstays at the winery. We're now making the Botrytis wines, which are doing really well, but the Tramillon's got a special part in our history, yeah.
But the other thing to mention really,
keep your fingers.
I'd be much more rugged up if Qantas hadn't lost my bag with all my nice warm clothes in it. There are some massive wineries in this region, and you're right down the other end of the scale, really, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, our intention was really just to grow our own grapes and make the best we possibly can. That was our aim from the grapes we grow in this region. So. Not
even the cold can hold back the aroma of that, can it?
No.
It just has lovely lifted characters. Do you find your battery, Clive? Hey!
Oh, good on you. That's the beauty of this variety. That we produce really strong aromatics, and I decided to blend Semillon with it just to cut it back a little bit, and it was just a successful blend. I mean, we didn't expect to win that trophy at the first time we made it, but it's a great wine to have with spicy food, I find.
You've got all those Traminer characters that they talk about with spicy foods and things, and the sort of the almost lavender character and musk and that, and then you've also got sort of almost a bit of lemony citrus.
I just spat on my glass, on my bottle. The wind picked it up and moved it straight across to here.
We normally have Madam Lash on the side doing it, and she's not here with us today, and I thought, we've got a replacement. She's getting instructions. I missed all that.
I'm going to practice spitting for the next one.
So you've got to get downwind.
You don't spit into the wind, I don't think. That's.
Well, give me a warning. If that's how good you are, I need warning.
There we go.
Righto, we better shuffle along.
So the next one is our Sweet Harvest. This is one step before the Botrytis, so it's late harvest. Yep. And
so just residual sweetness rather than any of the Botrytis.
That's right. So but we've got a combination of about 4 varieties. We've got Traminer, Riesling, and Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon. So it's a combination of 4 grape varieties.
There's plenty of sweetness, but it's not cloying at all. It's nice and clean on the finish, isn't it? Just
it's sort of the Botrytis wines are richer and heavier. This is like a lighter style, but still got the sweetness, but the nice acidity and the cleanness there. So
I can't feel my nose.
I think it might be -2 degrees. Well, who's got a thermometer?
Well, that's a really. It's more the old-fashioned Aussie style too, isn't it? Before this region really promoted the Botrytis styles, that was what you got from not just here, but all sorts of places.
Yes, it's just late harvest, just the ripeness you get from leaving the grapes on for as long as possible. The next step, of course, is the Botrytis, which is very hard to make because we have to really get the right climatic conditions. We wait for, and the reason this region does well is that we do get fairly dry summers, but once the grapes are ripe, we start to get fog, dewy mornings, dewy nights and foggy mornings. And you actually don't want too much rain, because if you get too much rain, you get the wrong fungus.
Okay, yep. And
so quite a few years we lose the grapes, or we don't get enough moisture and we don't get the Botrytis. Okay. So we just let it happen naturally, and if we don't get it that year, there's no noble blend that year. So, but those conditions are very specific to get the Botrytis, and like I say, if you get too much rain, you get the wrong fungus. But when you do get it, it makes a pretty special wine. This is the 2008, which is the blend in this is predominantly Semillon, which is what people like the Bortleys and McWilliams and all the other guys use. Pretty well use Semillon exclusively for making this style of wine.
It's got a nice line of acid behind it too, doesn't it? It just keeps it really fresh and gives it great length.
And as you see that the colour, comparing the two colours here, the next wine's going to be a lot darker, and that's purely to do with the age.
You guys would be able to do an ice wine around here.
I think we will. I think if we had any grapes out there, we'll be making an ice wine today. And this is our 02 Noble blend, and I think to date it's won 24 trophies.
Gee, that's all right. That's
pretty good going, I think. And 28 gold medals. So, and
the lousy buggers in 4 shows didn't give you the trophy.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's so hard to get trophies. You know, you're happy to get gold medals, but when you get a trophy, it really makes it.
Not many Aussie wines picked up 24 trophies. No, that's extraordinary.
Yeah, we're just probably our most successful wine. But when you think about 24 trophies, and also it's won those trophies just recently, like within the last 3 or 4 months.
So this is actually available for
still
people.
Available.
This isn't something we've pulled from the depths of the cellar. No. People can. What sort of pricing are we talking with that?
The cellar door price is about $39, $38.50 a bottle. So, whereas our current vintage, the 08, is $22.50. That's our normal pricing.
Okay. Is it only cellar door, or can people get it elsewhere? I didn't say that.
No, we mainly sell at cellar door. We've exported a lot of it's gone overseas to restaurants in the US, where we're in about 38 states. A lot of it was exported there. We've had it on Qantas first class, which was great to have it there.
Where my bag currently is.
Right.
Not first class.
Maybe I shouldn't mention the word Qantas at this stage.
He's stumbling wombat at the moment.
Your clothes are somewhere. Oh. Probably been frozen. And we've had it also at places like Tetsuyas in Sydney.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
They used to buy our wines quite a few years ago when they were in Roselle.
Yep.
And then just recently they rang up and ordered some more of this one. I think mainly because it's still around. It's an older Botrytis wine, but I think it's still got a lot of life in it.
Absolutely. It's a terrific wine. It's still fresh. It's still terrific length. Lots of flavour, and it's nicely balanced. I can see why they keep winning things. Yeah,
we're really pleased with that one. Yeah, but that's the so that's 80% Sauvignon Blanc. And then the other varieties are...
finally found a good use for Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. Well, it does, and we're really impressed. I think as a Botrytis wine in this region, it just gives you that intensity of fruit flavour and freshness, and you know, like I say, we use other varieties as well in the blend, but I think the predominant reason that wine is that good is 80% Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rob, thank you so much for coming on Spitbucket. It's been a great pleasure to be here.
Thanks, Ken.
And remember, we spit so you don't have to. Cheers.
Cheers.